सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today's subject, conflict-free life. We have right decision making. Again, the subject opens some of the deep important truths on decision making. What is right decision making? Seeing the past as past, future as future, present as present, and deciding is right decision making. Right decision making means seeing the past as past, future as future, present as present, without infusing the past into future or future into past. Many times, what you want in the future, you start dreaming, you had it in the past. We go on dreaming, we had a golden childhood. Every individual again and again and again goes on dreaming. If he is in the old age, he feels his middle age was great, golden. If he is in the middle age, he feels his youth was great and golden. If he is young now, he thinks his childhood was golden and great. Understand, this is one of the biggest illusion we have. Not only you project your past into future, you project your future into past. Understand, there was never any golden childhood. If the childhood was golden, out of that whatever comes out, you see, out of your childhood, youth came. Out of your youth, middle age came. Out of your middle age, old age came. So if your childhood was golden, then youth would have been golden or diamond. If your youth was golden, then your middle age should have been diamond or platinum at least. If your middle age was golden, then at least your old age should be platinum. Understand, not only we project our past into future, we go on imagining our past was what we want in the future. We miss this important truth. We projecting our future into the past. We always feel, ask anybody, they'll say, oh, my childhood was great, golden childhood. No, you had all fears, all insecurity, all greed, all troubles. Actually, it all started there only. It all originated there only. So, right decision making means seeing the past as it happened, seeing the future as it is without projecting your past into the future, and deciding in the present. One important thing, many times you don't decide in the present. You just execute what you decided in the past. You don't wake up for the great changes happened, the different situations. An actress goes to the court, Judge asks, what's your age? 27. Last year also you said the same thing. She says, no, I don't change my words. Many times you don't change your mind. You forget you are in a different situation. You need to decide being in the present, not go on executing the decision you made in the past. Yesterday, if you observed, they put my seat in the campfire exactly in the place where the smoke will go on my face. I asked that brahmachari, Are, you saw how the wind is blowing, and why did you put here? You could have put the other side. He said, no Swamiji, last time we put here only. During last inner awakening, the wind was blowing in a different way. And he says he went and consulted a senior brahmachari and did a thorough research where my seat should be put and put my seat. What to do? He doesn't change his words and he doesn't change his mind. We forget that you need to be in the present to make decisions. Do not be a worker executing your past decisions. Be a leader deciding every moment. All your suffering is because you are not deciding. You are a slave executing the decisions made in your past, sometime by mistake. Sometime you make some decision by mistake. You sit and think pros and cons, make one decision, over. After that, you forget that you have a component in you which has capacity to decide. And go on executing that past decision. By that time, you are executing 50%, the whole situation is different. But you are not sensitive for the present. You are just executing. So, the right decision making means these two things. Not projecting what you want in the future as you had it in the past. This is one of the biggest illusion we all have. How do you want your relationship to be? How it was 3 years before. Look, 3 years before also you had enough suffering. Unfortunately, you forget. Because you forgot does not mean it was not there. So, seeing the past as past, seeing the future as future, making decisions from the present is what I call right decision making. I'll expand a little more on this truths of time, kala, so that you will be able to understand this truth of right decision making. The psychological time and chronological time. Chronological time means that clock clicking. That is chronological time. Psychological time means your mind moving. Your mind moving to and fro or back and forth, whatever way it moves. gap between one thought and the other thought is 1 unit of time in psychological field. In the field of inner space, psychology, the gap between one thought and the other thought is 1 unit of time, kshana. In the physical field, all of you know, there is so many definitions of 1 second, 1 unit of time. There are so many definitions. The physical field that you all know, I don't need to define. But in the psychological field, gap between one thought and the other thought is 1 unit of time. When there is more gap, means less number of thoughts. When there is more gap, each unit of time will be more clear, more available, more spacious, so all your 5 senses can perceive it. Please understand. If the psychological 1 unit of time is 4 times more than physical 1 unit of time, your senses will be purified, because your senses will have sensitivity to perceive. If your psychological time unit is 5 times more than the physical unit of time, you will enter into the divine space, means the extraordinary smell, extraordinary taste, extraordinary hearing, extraordinary touch will start happening. Understand? Till this equation you need to understand. The physical unit, 1 time, 1 unit time, and psychological 1 unit time. If the psychological unit is at least 4 unit of physical unit, means like a 4 second is gap between one thought and the other thought, means your body will get the sensitivity to sense things peacefully. Till then, any decision you make, you directly go to hell. No roundabout way. Please understand, basic need of a human being is 4 unit of physical time as 1 unit of psychological time. This is the basic need of a human being. Only then you are a human being. Only then you have a right to handle your brain. This is a owner's manual for brain. If you have not learnt how to make 4 unit of physical time as 1 unit of psychological time, you are sitting and driving a vehicle which has no brake. This should be the basic lesson taught to all the beings which has an independent, intelligent brain. When a child is able to think independently, the first lesson he need to learn is how to make 4 unit of physical time into 1 unit of his psychological time. Then simply he knows how to run his life. How to run his life. When you are able to make 5 unit of physical time, physical unit into 1 psychological unit, time means 5-second gap between one thought and the other thought. Then you will start experiencing the divine, I can say that intense smell, what you go through in the energy darshan, the intense sound, the intense touch, the intense taste in the tongue, all this starts happening. Another important truth is, if your psychological unit is less than physical unit, 1 second, your time is not solid experience, it is a kind of a air, just disappears. That is what is called pralaya, black hole. Everything being sucked into it and nothing is delivered. That is what is black hole. Please understand. If your psychological time is less than 1 second, the gap between one thought and the other thought is less than 1 second, that thought acts as a black hole in you. That is what is death in you continuously. Continuously it sucks everything for no reason, destroys everything for no reason. The aging gets quickened. Any decision you make, you directly go to hell. And when more unit of physical time becomes psychological unit, your future becomes very solid, which you can perceive, use. I can say, if your psychological time unit, the gap between one thought and the other thought, kshana, is more than 4 seconds, the future, which is a solid material, will be given to you, out of which you can make as you want. It's like a wax handed over to you. You have freedom to do what you want with it. That is the material out of which your dream and waking state is made. Now, whatever you perceive, the persons who are sitting next to you, the person who is sitting opposite to you, the place in which you are sitting, or in imagination, the places you are able to remember, all that are made out of wax, which is called time. If you have a deep insecurity of melting this wax, you will hold on, even if this wax is torturing you, even if the structure you created is binding you. But if you do not have the fear to melt this wax building you created, wax world you created out of you, you are called Kala Bhairava. Bhairava means Bhayat Ramyate iti Bhairavaha. Who can flirt with fear is Bhairava. Understand? That's our exact translation. You can just flirt with fear. Means if the fear happens, come on, sit, let's have a little fun. you can very comfortably, very beautifully spend time with fear. Bhairava, who can just have the Ramya, very romantic space with Bhaya. Person whose psychological unit of time, Kshana, is more than 4 seconds, not only will have freedom to create his future, he will have healed emotion. Means he will just have a deep, complete centering on emotion. He can play it as he wants. He can put it on something or somebody and take it out immediately within a second. Living without getting attached, renouncing without having hangover. The complete conflict-free inner space. So, work on seeing your past as past, future as future, present as present. Any decision you make in the present will be the present to you by the presence. Let you all live and radiate enlightenment, live and radiate the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you.